Pagan is the sixth in a string of mostly uninhabited islands north of Saipan. It's about an hour and 20 minutes by plane. From the air, one is almost overwhelmed with the majestic splendor of Smoky Mount Pagan. It is this same volcano that one day in May, 11 years ago, rocked the tiny Pacific island with violent tremors before it spit out a mouthful of molten rock and fire, forcing the 50-some islanders into exile from the land that is their home.
We saw huge black clouds like an umbrella, and I was hesitant to leave the radio, but since thinking of I got a family I have to secure, that's when I run for life, for safety.
Pete Castro is the former mayor of Pagan, and he remembers what it was like for him and his people on that fateful day.
That afternoon is like night here in Pagan during the eruption day, and I think the eruption lasted for about 10 hours.
2 days after the eruption, Castro says that the islanders were all evacuated to Saipan by a Japanese freighter, some never to see their island again. This is Bandera village several years ago. It looks deserted, but there is at least evidence that once people lived here. Today, Mother Nature continues to erase any sign of this place. This is what remains of Bandera village. You see, the volcano has been spewing ash for nearly 11 years now, effectively burying houses, trees, and even utility poles. This is the floor of an old church. It is covered by more than 8 feet of volcanic ash.
It really got us into a bad feeling, you know. I've been raised here since I was a boy, and working here for the community of this island, and suddenly you see things happen like this. We were unable to reclaim any of our belongings, like our livestock that are still scattering around, roaming around the island. And it really saddened us to see Mother Nature do all this to us.
Who could have known back in 1981 that a huge volcano billowing smoke and fire would force the residents of Pagan off their small Pacific island? But look around. Even the black sand beaches remind us of the ever-present volcanic activity in the Northern Marianas. The mayor says he hopes that with a little help from the CNMI government that someday he and his people will be able to return to their island, and until they do, their hearts and minds will remain on Pagan. Travis Coffman, Cable News, Pagan.